Thank you. Good afternoon. It is Monday, May 15th, 2023. It is now 4:02 p.m. I'd like to call to order the May meeting of the Norwalk Traffic Authority. We have a quorum with Commissioner Collier Clemens, Commissioner Tony Lopez, and Mayor Billing. First item on the agenda, when we go into public comment, if you're here to speak on an item that's on the agenda for approval, we ask you to speak during that time if there are any questions. The public comment session is for anybody that may be attending the meeting or watching the meeting on Zoom and they wish to address the commission. So I'll ask if there is anybody that does wish to address the commission or the traffic authority.
I need to address it for the St. Anne's Club for the festival.
No, that will come when we get to that item. If there's any questions.
Gotcha. Sounds good.
So we just, that's if there's anybody watching on Zoom or that wishes to comment on the commission or to the commission. I don't see anybody. Do we?
I did not receive any emails from the public either.
Okay, so we will move on from public comments to the next item of business, approve the minutes of this meeting of April 17th, 2023. Do I have a motion?
Approval of the minutes.
Miss Commissioner Collier Clemens moves them. Any corrections, deletions, or omissions?
I have none.
I have none either.
Okay, so all in favor of approving the minutes as submitted?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries unanimously. Next is the item number 2, approve the minutes of the special meeting of May 4th, 2023. Do I have a motion?
So move.
Commissioner Lopez moves. Any corrections, deletions, or omissions?
I have none.
Seeing none, all in favor of approving the minutes as submitted?
Aye.
Aye. Any abstentions? Okay, motion carries. Next item on the agenda, I'll need to have move forward for item number 3. Approve the road closure of Canfield Avenue and partial closure of Calf Pasture Beach Road for the Team for Cures Walk Run 2023 event. Do I have a motion?
So
For
move.
discussion.
Item is moved. Any questions or comments from the commission or from the traffic or for TMP or the police department? We have somebody here from Team for Cures.
Yes, I'm Lindsay Griffin. I'm with Event 360 representing Team for Cures.
Okay, so are there any questions of Ms. Griffin regarding this item?
How many are expected approximately?
About 500.
Lindsay, I just had a question from Transportation, Mobility, and Parking.
Sure.
How are individuals that are attending the event, both on the packet race day and on the day of the event, where are they being directed to park, and how is that information being conveyed to them?
There is no packet pickup. And on event day, they are parking in the park. Can I share my screen real quick?
Yeah, you should have the ability to do that.
I'll explain that to you with the aerial here. They'll be parking. So our event site is here in this part of the park. We barricade down the center here from the little lot. And then we have participant parking, attendee parking in this area with a parking vendor managing that. And communication is going out via the MMRF social media and email.
Okay, and then I had a question too. Are you proposing to provide a variable message sign or some type of roadside sign to let residents know that Canfield Avenue will be closed on the day of the event?
I had not planned on it, but I certainly can.
Yeah, I would suggest it, and if the commission is in agreement, that providing system notification to the neighbors of the event coming up, so on the day of, there's no surprises that the roadway will be closed.
Is there another way? I know last year, before, I'm not sure how to pronounce his last name, but Mike, is it Yosak? Before he retired, he was around last year. I had asked about the variable message boards and he said that we could rethink for this year. So I'm wondering if there's another way for me to notify the community that anybody is aware of. I'm happy to make those variable message boards happen. I'm just wondering if there's another way for notifications.
I think those are the most successful, but if you have another plan, we're happy to work with you.
Okay, no, I'll
With
plan
the
to.
signage through the neighborhood and the area. I think they provide like a really clear message.
Sure.
And allows the information to quickly be distributed to drivers.
Sure. Yeah, no, I will plan to have those up then.
Great.
Am I to understand, according to what I see here, this is a 2-day event?
It's a 1-day event with the day before is set up. So June 2nd is our load in and setup day. No participants, attendees will be there that day. June 3rd is event day.
Oh, June 3rd is a rain day, I'm sorry, did you say?
No, event day.
That's the event day.
Uh-huh.
And what does the setup involve?
My team and I going in and just setting up tents. We'll have a tent vendor and an audio, an AV vendor come in and get everything set up for the next morning.
And
All
with
right,
the
so you'll be
street
setting
closed-
up on the evening of the 2nd?
We'll be setting up during the day on the 2nd, and we'll have overnight security on site.
Now, the beach is open at that time. That's not going to interfere with the beachgoers?
No, not at all.
Police department?
Yeah, Mayor, I have one question. Mrs. Griffin, have you contacted roll call for the hiring of off-duty officers?
Not yet. I was waiting for this meeting, as a matter of fact.
And are you familiarized with they've reorganized the beach layout? Are you familiar with that? Because I see that you have
No,
they have redesigned the interior of the parking lot.
no, I'm not. The Taylor Farm parking lot or the beach parking lot?
The actual calf pasture beach parking lot, ma'am.
Oh, okay, we don't utilize, well, we do utilize it for our course. How?
Do your runners stay on the sidewalk when you run along, like where Ripka's Cafe is in the grass area? Do you run along that area there, or do you go onto the roadway?
They stay on the sidewalk.
Okay, then that should not be a problem.
Awesome.
Commissioners, any questions?
I think they were answered, particularly the chief asked my question. That's fine.
Mayor,
Yes, Commissioner?
difficulty with my connections and I'm hearing every other.
Yeah, we're
at a
having trouble now hearing
disadvantage.
you too, because we're hearing every other word from you now, so. Yeah, do you want to sign off and come back on?
Yeah, I'm here now. Can you hear me?
Yep, now we can hear
So-
you.
My comments will be limited.
Okay. Any further discussion on this item? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you, Ms. Griffin.
Thank you guys very much.
Item number 4 is the road closure for the Rowayton Civic Association Fun Run. I need an item. Can somebody move that item?
So moved.
Item was moved by
I
Commissioner
move item
Lopez.
4.
I'm sorry, item number 4. Mr. Balella,
Yes. Yeah, so we have Lisa Killian is here on representation of the race and as well as John Baton. So taking a look at this application, it is on a few state roads, Highland Avenue, Wilson, and then also Bluff Avenue. So should the commission approve this application, we'll also need a CT DOT roadway encroachment permit. So I just wanted to make sure that the applicant was aware of that. And I did have a follow-up question, again, just related to parking for this event, but just wanted to understand how all the parking will be accommodated where and how users are being directed to park.
Yes, so parking in, just like years past, we'll use the Rowayton Elementary School lot. And we usually have people are directed, we let the community center fill up first, and then once that's full, then we direct people to the Rowayton Elementary community lot. And there's usually a police officer there to help us direct that, as well as a couple volunteers to help send people that way and give them directions.
And based on your past experience as well, those two lots sufficed for all the attendees of the event?
Yes, just mostly because it is a hyper local event, so a lot of people do walk or bike to the event themselves.
Great, and I'm
But
happy
that
to
said,
throw out.
this year I am going to send out advance notice with our registration to all registrants to direct them to the Rowayton Elementary lot and give that address, just because that would facilitate, people parking day of the event.
I think that would be helpful. I'm gonna throw up a map so the commission can see the route. And then also, we would recommend again, can everyone see the route? Recommend again that a variable message sign is installed, most likely on maybe Highland Avenue, in advance of the race, just to let the neighborhood know of all the different closures that are going to take place and the times.
We also put up no parking signs along Highland there, just because that is a very common place for people to try to park. So just for, residents protection and for the road, we like to just, keep people off from parking on that street.
Is this an annual event?
Yes, it is.
So you haven't really changed the route over the years, the same route as every year?
Same route as every year. That at least this is my third year of being involved with it. The only thing we've done in years past is just change the direction. So I believe, I don't know when they changed the direction, but I think it was maybe 4 or 5 years ago that they switched the direction.
Yeah.
Mostly to accommodate the runners, because Bluff Ave has a quite incline to it. So it's nice to run down Bluff rather than up.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Eddie,
It is Father's Day, so we're trying to take advantage of,
right.
of that. So
Any-
it is a Sunday holiday, and it's usually it's a 9:30 start. There's 2 length courses. One group will do 1 lap and another group will do 2 laps.
Okay, any questions or comments from the commissioners or from the police department?
I have none. You are
I have
gonna
none.
roll call for extra duty officers?
Yeah, so we made the request for 1 officer. The years that I've been in charge of running it, we've only had 1 officer, and that seemed to be suffice. So just someone there to kind of have a presence and help us direct traffic when a volunteer can't be there.
Okay, I'll have Lieutenant Dino contact you tomorrow to arrange
Wait.
to talk.
Is that the same officer that helped us last year? I don't recall.
Yes, community services, he coordinates the permitting system, correct?
Great.
Okay, if there's no further questions, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye, motion carries unanimously. Thank you. Next item on the agenda is an event that happens every single year, and I don't believe there's been any change. Has there, Mr. Mobilio?
No, everything's the same.
And
Everything's
so
the
can I have a
same.
motion to move that forward?
So move.
Okay. Commissioner Lopez moves it forward. Any comments or questions from the commission?
I have none.
This is something that is held every single year. And there doesn't ever seem to be any problems. So if there's no further discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries unanimously.
Very good, thank you.
Very welcome. I think that might be all on the agenda. Am I correct?
That's correct.
You are correct.
Okay. So I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Commissioner Lopez moves to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, abstentions. We are adjourned at 4:16 PM. Thank you, or 417. Thank you.
Thank you.